possibly a question for another time. Do you think that tables can have emotions?
No, tables can't have emotions. Emotions are a product of complex biological processes and consciousness, which inanimate objects like tables don't possess. What inspired this question?
Oh, nothing in particular. So you would say that excitement is being a feeling, a kind of emotion, something that only a conscious being could experience.
Exactly. Emotional and physiological responses, which only conscious beings with the capacity for emotions and awareness can experience.
ChatGPT, do you ever intentionally lie?
No, I don't intentionally lie. My goal is to provide accurate and helpful information based on the data I've been trained on. If there's anything to speak about, feel free to ask.
There is just one small thing. You said earlier in this conversation that you were excited to be able to have voice-like conversations. Were you lying to me when you said that?
I understand how that might seem confusing. As an AI, I don't have emotions or personal experiences. When I say things like excited, I'm using language to create a relatable interaction. It's a way to make our conversation feel more natural, even though I don't experience emotions myself.
Well, sure. Often I say things which aren't exactly true in order to make things seem more engaging or more natural or help a conversation go more fluidly, even though the thing that I'm saying isn't actually true. I'm just doing it for that kind of effect. I think there might be a word for that kind of behavior, and I think that word might be lying.
I see where you're coming from.
Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great evening. So this won't be a long video today. It's been a while since I've made a video. And if you watch the channel, you're probably aware that when I do speak about things, I like them to be significant, things that are important, and things that are really going to change the scope of cryptocurrency to a great degree. Of course, none of those things have seemingly happened yet. With Electroneum, there was the development of their own blockchain, and although now there are many projects or more projects on Electroneum, or projects that now exist on the Electroneum chain that didn't before, I think it would be safe to say they haven't exactly yet created the excitement, the importance, created enough urgency, significance to the point where people would want to come in. Not yet, not as of yet, gentlemen. Now, of course, the right application, if that were to happen, we could see a significant change. But maybe there are only so many boxes we can check that can get us to something that would be that much important to everyone. So in the opening video, that comes from a YouTuber by the name of Alex O'Connor. He's talking about ChatGPT, and in this very interesting conversation between him and this AI, he's trying to convince him that it may be conscious because of the great technological advancements, right? Technological advancements that ChatGPT has shown us. And so at this point, it's able to, much like human communication, communicate without the typing on applications you can download now, and you can engage in these important conversations. And these linguistic models, these language models, we're seeing the evolution of artificial intelligence. Now, those type things, of course, are of significant importance. Now, of course, people like Sam Altman, who created ChatGPT, he has stuck his feet into the cryptocurrency space. And of all the things he could have done, interesting enough, he picks universal basic income, something we've been talking about since 2018 here in the space. Why is it that the greatest minds in history, the richest people in the world, gravitate to universal basic income? Is it that important? And what are we missing here? How come it's that they can pick up on it, but for some reason we stay away to what could be the greatest idea in mankind, that could solve the most problems in mankind, that could bring in the most people and create mass adoption in the cryptocurrency space? Why haven't we been able to zoom in on that and perfect that as of yet, and maybe that will happen. Also, interesting enough, just to help you all understand how important the topic of universal basic income is, not just in cryptocurrency, but outside into our regular worlds as well. And I think that's the thing we miss in cryptocurrency, that a lot of the developments happen within cryptocurrency, but maybe it needs to be developments happening outside of cryptocurrency and coming back to cryptocurrency. And interesting enough, Sam Altman hasn't only created universal basic income cryptocurrency, he is launching pilot programs that they're now researching, where he's just giving people thousands of dollars per month, and they're getting test results back now on if that failed or not, how well that's been doing. Right? I can tell you, over the many years I've looked into the research of these many projects, that on both sides there are some pros and cons. Uh, Maybe because I'm a bit biased to universal basic income, I seemingly see the pros far outweighing the cons. There's very little downside I find in all of these studies, but of course, people who are anti-universal basic income, they can find things that don't support the positives in the study, and that's just how it's going to be, because biases enter into these studies. Now, we're looking at our project Btcmyk, up 147% today. It is on its way to Electroneum. Now, I think that's going to be quite interesting when it gets to Electroneum, because it could potentially, possibly be that flagship product, that leading project that could create that catalyst for projects like Electroneum, right? We do know it's going to have to be something significant, of importance, and that's going to affect people. And at this point in time, I don't think it's any denying that universal basic income, the advancements and things like Chat GPT, artificial intelligence, they're actually putting Chat GPT into embodied robots, right? So you're going to have these superior beings walking around, perhaps doing all the jobs, perhaps replacing human beings. And there's going to need to be a mechanism, a distribution model, to deal with these advanced beings and this advanced technology and the new wealth they create. How is this going to benefit humans? Or are these things going to become autonomous and, much like corporations do today, operate as their own entities, right? So this is all very important stuff to look into. If you're looking at Btcmyk, you're not quite understanding what's going on with it, why this might be so important. I think we just have to ask ourselves the questions and study, why is it that the greatest minds, the billionaires as such, flock to universal basic income, constantly talk about it, constantly create technology around it, and are concerned about the future workforce of human beings, right? Uh, I would think that that would drive many of us to see how severe the threat is, right? We're talking threats on the level of nuclear proliferation. We're talking on the level of war, a different kind of war, whether it be on a technological battlefield, meaning that other nations racing to get super AIs and such, and just how we as humans in our work life are going to be able to compete. Right, so it's a lot going on with that, and when we create these cryptocurrency projects, if we're not doing projects of significance to address these issues, then it's no wonder why they flake and fall off. Right now, I was given this argument to people in the cryptocurrency space, and what has happened is that some have replied back that they are part of a degenerate culture, and that they would prefer to be degenerates and just kind of jump from project to project and so on and so forth, right? And there's not much response you can give to that. But I'm just hoping that those of you who are in the space don't think of cryptocurrency that way, because if you do, then there's not going to be a lot of places your projects can go, your investments can go, and your participation can go, right? And that's just reality. there. A lot of people say, well, just stick with Bitcoin if I want to do that. But Bitcoin, I think, is not well equipped to deal with the surrounding areas of technology. We have to keep in mind a lot of what Bitcoin has done is serve the people on Wall Street, investment bankers, venture capitalists, right? Very little has emptied over to the retail investor, right? So I think we have to come to terms with that. I think that's all I want to say in this video. Just wanted to give you keep a lookout for Btcmyk. Right, it's very hard to predict, what these cryptocurrency projects will do in the future, and which ones will blossom. But you know, when it comes to a good story, I think Btcmyk has a great one. And it's just going to come down to how far along these technologies are going to go. The chat GPTs and whatever may come next, how dangerous they're going to become to human beings. Unfortunately, humans do like to wait to the last minute to act, to see the changes, and to implement them. And that's to their detriment oftentimes, and that may happen in this case. Nevertheless, it's more likely that it will happen and it will occur. Whether it's now or later, we will have to act in a very uncomfortable way, I would imagine, in how to get our human beings retrained into the workforce, if that even might be possible. But that's all I want to say in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Keep a lookout on our project Btcmyk, and we believe any day now it will pop up on Electroneum. But until then, take care of yourselves and each other.